everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back to my channel, Scrap Addict Creations. Today, I am going to actually do one more layout using the Good Vibes paper. I have some scraps that I just couldn't put them into the box to get rid of them because I really do like this paper. So I thought, well, I'm going to look around and see what's out there. And I found a layout on Pinterest, and I've scrap lifted before, so I've used this idea before because it was easy to do with some scraps, and I want to say it was from Comfort and Joy. I don't believe it was White Pines, but the layout was actually created when I first saw it with White Pines. And you'll understand kind of more as we work through it. So let me put this aside. And I'm going to pull out, this is one of them. I did splatter this. You might notice those lines. I did use my T-square today because I was trying to see if that would help me with this because I am using scraps. So I need kind of a line going down the paper. But I did use this, and what I did is I just put it right here next to the edge of the paper and went down. I figured this was about 2 inches, and it's about 1.75 inches, which is actually perfect because when I multiplied, a lot of times I know how I'll use this technical little object right here. So 8.5, and then I will divide it by, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of entities here, and I got 1.7. So 1 3/4 is perfect for this one, but I'm going to actually set this one aside and work on the first page first, the left page first, just because of the fact that I think it'll be an easier page to start off with. So I didn't put a line going across. I figured I would wing that part. So hopefully I can do it. I might have to actually pull the T-square over. I should always use it, but I just don't. I don't know why I don't. Let's see here. So I think I want that about right there. You know what? I'm going to flip this over, and I'm actually going to step back and do the other side because I just realized that this is going to matter more where that paper's at. So let's see here. I'm going to use that mat and just set that stuff aside. Okay. So let's see here. So it's going to create this, and I've got to kind of watch how I put the hearts. It's going to create this little banner coming down. And if any of you guys, oh, that goes over there, know of this layout and who created it, please let me know. I searched around. I kept following links from Pinterest. I actually went in just White Pines and Googled it, and I followed links there, and I could not get to the person who actually did this. So I am very sorry that I am not able to let you guys know exactly whose layout this is. So I'm going to follow this pencil line, and I'm going to go slightly over it because I want to be able to not see it. It's kind of a weird thing there, right? Let's see here. I want that to be even up at the top. Okay. And then, oops, that paper goes over there. This is the one that goes in between them all over here. So I'm going to start by just putting the top piece on for both of these. And let's see here. And I'll put this towards the center. I did splatter this paper, and it took a while for it to dry because Kraft has kind of a coating on it, I guess you would say. It's a little harder for the ink not to run, and so I just kind of splattered and set it aside. But I used rosemary on it, and I think it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so then let's see here. I'm going to want this going across about there. And then I'm going to have more here. I know it's like there's so many different layers. Oh, and I also have these little guys. So I kind of need to do a lot at one time. So let's see here. I'm going to put this here. and put this here. Oh, this wreath. I've got wreath and flowers. So one of the layouts was very similar to the one I'm actually using. A long time ago, we saw it with a wreath, and I wasn't able to find that one at all. Okay, so I kind of want the paper here, about right there. Okay. So before I remove that, I'm going to put this here. And then before that goes down, I'm going to move that. Okay. And I am probably going to be smart and use this T ruler. Put this down here so that's level. Put that there. Okay. That'll be the best way. It's kind of silly, but I really do want this to be pretty on topic of, or pretty even, I guess. Probably helps if the cut's actually straight too, right? Okay, I'm gonna put that there, and then I'll just trim that extra bit off of there. And then this one can just go in the center. And hopefully I can figure this out around it. I have a feeling I'm going to have to continue to use this T ruler, but let's trim this little bit off. Like I said, I'm using scraps, so I pretty much just said, okay, these are about the right height, and then, or right width, and then I just kind of cut the sections. I think this one was, oh, this is even going the opposite way. Let me look at this piece. Let me look at these other scraps I have over here. They're all going that way. Let me check. I'm going to take that off because I don't want that to go the wrong way, right? Let's see here, where are those pictures? Okay, so if that's like there and that's there, and I'm going to be having that there, and then the next photo mats. Okay, that little piece should work. Should. Okay. Push that down. I'm going to get some adhesive over here. I have kind of a new roll. It's a little harder to place and tear. Place and tear. Okay. Put this back up here. I like to catch it on my mat and then kind of move it forward as I've got it even. I do my best. Sometimes it just does not work. I think I need to have it down further. I'm going to set that aside for just a second. I'm going to put this lightly down. Oh, am I going to be able to? No. I'm going to set that up there. Okay, so if I've got the photo mat there, I'll grab my pencil. I'm going to put a line here. Kind of, oops, kind of discombobulated. I will probably just fast forward through all of this because you don't need to be seeing all of it. It's kind of boring, all my technical stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Push you down. So if we've got the photo mat there, and that bit. Now it does need to be even. Okay, good. That's right. So I might actually have to do another piece of this. Wonder. Oh, I can't use that, but I could cut this one. Let's just kind of cut this a little bit. probably, let's try. Okay, now we can actually put this down there. Let's grab this little guy, and I can just put that by the paper. There we go. Grab my adhesive again and start over. Okay. Okay, now let's see if this works. Oh, I guess I do need this. Let's put this here. And that's the line where the photo mat's going to go to. So we want to cover this here. Okay, but I do want to put this up here at the top of this. I used to have one of these that was kind of had a, I don't know what it was would be called, but it had a little piece that kind of anchored down. And I haven't had a piece like that, one like that since. And I don't know where I got it. I don't know where it went. I know nothing. Okay, and now let's do that over here. Now let's put this one down. Okay, and then let's put this here. I'll have to cover, this isn't going to be good. I'll have to do something there. Okay, so if we put these here, I can even put them together, but I don't want them together. I will figure out something there. Okay, and then I want to kind of draw a line here. Okay, so I need to cover that line. I know, a lot of work for a scrap layout, right? Oh, goodness. It's going to look amazing, right? That's all I can think. It's going to look awesome. Hopefully it does, because I'd really like this layout to look really cool. I love this paper, and I just wanted one more selfish layout out of it, right? I will have to put some glue up there, because this, if you remember correctly, or remember about the papers, this is the paper that I had on that mat that was just like so fresh that it's still days later curling. I cannot believe how much that mat affected this paper. Okay, so let's see here. We got to put these on first before I go any further. Okay, so Shortbread Dark, and I'm going to go over this a little bit. Kind of make sure that it's even. It doesn't look as straight as I would want it to, but I think it'll be okay. We're just going to run with it. Okay, put those in the recycle bin. Or no, I put those in the trash. They've got adhesive on them. Sorry. Okay, so now that we've got these pieces on, I want these up here and these down here. I need to kind of center those. That is not going to work. That works. I think I need to go this way on these. Yeah. Which, you know what, is perfectly fine. I will take it. And the little flowers that I have for embellishments. Because I planned all this layout out after I went back and I saw it and I thought, okay, I really like that. I want to do that. I took the time to build the entire layout on Cricut on Cricut, and I used something from Flower Market from Close to My Heart, and then I also used just the rectangle shapes, which is so fun because I've got all these, all those free shapes, And so I just use that rectangle shape and then I build up the layout the way I want it to be. And if you've looked at my files before, that's pretty much what I do. I just go on there, grab a square, and put it the size of. I start with, of course, my 8.5 by 11 1/4, which I don't cut those. Of course, I just cut those with a trimmer because it would really waste my ability to get that strip of photo mats. Okay, so that is going to bother me a lot. We're going to have to cover that up. And I have some flowers here, so I'm sure that we can use, some of these have to go over on the other, but we'll figure that out. I also cut this thing. This is a stamp off of some kind of wonderful scrapbooking day to day. I think I got this on eBay. It's a retired one, but I cut this up. So a whole and then lot and then of happy. So 1, 2, 3 different parts. And this is what it looks like. I use sage here. I use rosemary here because I wasn't sure which way I liked it. I'm pretty much set on the sage, but again, that could change. So I'm going to set this paper over here for a second because we need to start working on the other one, but I still kind of need that to measure up where the pieces go. Okay, so I'm going to put you right there, and I'm going to take this one. And I know this is hilarious how much effort I am putting into a scrap layout, but I really like this paper. I wish that I could get more of this paper without spending a fortune. Like just like they have the the normal paper packs. I would love it if this was in a normal paper pack because I love it that much. I would buy a ton of it. But I can't justify spending, $31 and getting a pack of paper, a pack of stickers. Okay. So this one, let's put that up here, just a smidge over that line. Oh, can't see. You can tell this one's going to be a roller too. I'm going to have to add some extra liquid adhesive to these because of the fact that they are just roly-poly little papers. Okay, and that covers that. So that's going to go about there. I think I actually need to put on the strips first. Oops. Good thing that'll be covered, right? Okay. Let's set you over there. I just want to make sure that these are going to match up as much as I can get them to match up. We got out tonight for a little bit and ran some errands. It was great. I had a return. That looks like it's going sloping down. Oh, goodness. But it was good. I didn't have a lot of pressures today, it's always nice when you have those kind of days. And it was just a day where we kind of just did stuff. I got a little boo-boo there, but I know I'm going to be covering that up, so I'm not worried about it. Let's cut this. And I'm hoping my husband gets off work soon because after we got back from errands, he had to get jumped back on work, which, never is fun, right? And so I'm hoping that he'll get off work at some point and we can finish watching a movie we started right before we go to bed. Because even though it's not a movie I was interested in watching, I am now curious as to how it is going to end. Oh, goodness. And you know what? This is not going to be as long. Oh, this is not the right piece. This is the piece. I might need to actually, let's see here. Do I have, this piece would work. Actually, this is probably the piece I should just use. Goodness. I had one. Oh, it's just shy of being there as long as I need it to be. Okay, so in a pinch, I'm going to cut it with my banner punch. I kind of just have my things all sitting around here, and I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim about 2 inches off. Yeah, about 1.5 inches. Let's try that first. And let's see here. I'm going to overlap that. That's perfectly fine for me. Okay, so I'm going to measure this real quick, and it goes down to this approximately at this 6. So I want it to go about to there. Okay. Cool. I'm glad I had that piece. I still never used this blue plaid either. I think that that is a really cool paper. I just really like the other sides. So let's see here. Let's get this adhesive off. And remember that we need to go down to that 6, which was that, I think this is centimeters. So this whole thing is in centimeters. No wonder it's a little harder for me to know how much I've used. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Yay, that worked out perfectly. Okay, so I am going to not put this on yet because this will go, man, it needs to go up here. I think I'll still put it up there and have just a longer tail because I need it to cover that. Okay, so the wreath is going to go here. And I was thinking I kind of like the lighter side, but now that it's on the paper, I kind of like the darker side. So I'm going to put this on the darker side. And where did I stick my glue bottle? I had it. There you are. It was hiding behind my sage ink. And I found this little container. It's kind of a sagey color buttons. And I thought that might be something that would look nice on these, like up here. I haven't decided 100% that I'm using them yet, but that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. I just kind of grabbed them. So this wreath was on, if I didn't say already, on Flower Market. And let's see, here it goes this way. So I just got to put, and I will fast forward definitely through all of these because there's a ton, through these little leaves. Let me set those aside and let's take a look. Okay, so if I put that there, it actually covers that one, but that's fine. Okay, and then we've got this piece, which goes like that. Okay, and I did not attach any adhesive to this one because I wasn't sure which side I was going with, but just in my thoughts, I think that it's better to stick with the sage instead of introducing another color. Okay, and then I want to do some pop tape on this one, of course, because, you know, it's a title. It's got to be popped. So weird how that's my logic on some of this, but I think it'll look better popped up. Give it a little bit more pizzazz. I kind of love that word, pizzazz. It's a cool word. Okay, so I want to put that kind of there. Okay, oops. That's right, there was some wet glue there. It was trying to keep my photo mat. Okay, I need that centered. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Okay, so I'm liking this. I love this wreath. I love a good wreath. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I don't think I'm going to, but I wanted to stamp it because I think it's so cute. I mean, look at this little stamp set. It's really nice. It's got friends, wonderful, lucky. It's got these weird eyes, but I don't have to use that. It's got the little dots. I like this little circular piece. I love this. I like the title. Oh, sorry. And a little border piece down there that's kind of like, I don't know, you could kind of call it grass, but it's just little dashes. It's just a very cool set. So it's some kind of wonderful scrapbooking day to day, D1716. Okay. So I'm going to say this wrong, but the flower I'm using is, I believe, called the Delphinium. Um, I think it's really a cool flower. Okay, so change the orientation of these. So I'm going to just stick the flowers in here. And I'm going to use the smaller pop dots so that I can put pictures on around it. And I'm just going to kind of go here. And let's see here. I guess this one's okay. I'm going to use a lighter side here. Kind of want the, yeah, I want the bigger one to kind of go under it. So let's kind of shove it under there. Okay. And then I need the little flower center. And I used shortbread for the flower and vanilla, French vanilla for this flower center. I wanted to keep it pretty generic. I didn't want a lot. I don't really care for that, but I know that I have to have something there, so I'm going to let it go for right this minute. And then I've got flowers to put over here. So I want this one about right there. And the smaller one, this one I've got on dark as well. Let's put that right over here because I want to switch these up with light and dark. I don't want everything to be, you know what? That one's going to have to go like right there. And this one I want light there. Okay. I'm going to hold off on that one because I think I might have an idea of where I want to put it. But you'll see when you look at the cut file how it shows you exactly how I originally intended to do this, where my thoughts were on it. But it's kind of nice to have that cut file that you can just, create this a layout. I wish there was somebody that was doing it for me because it's cool. Okay, so I'm liking it. It's very simple, which is, of course, what I wanted. I want to check out these buttons again. When I was kind of playing with the papers, oops, I was playing with those because I thought it would be kind of cool to have some buttons up at the top of these. Huh, I do like it. I do like that. So I'm going to put this here and I'm just going to put some glue and I'm going to keep it straight because I think I am going to get some thread and actually sew these onto the page, even though I did glue them as well. Okay, so now I want to look and see. I was thinking I might want that flower over here. Kind of like it on the lighter. And I think I want to pop this one as well. So it just kind of looks like there's a sprinkling of flowers. And then I have these extra leaves. So I think I want to kind of, yeah, I can just kind of take these little leaves and put these over here. Is there a place in the center? They are little tiny itty bitties. My fingers are so big in comparison. Oh, I should probably put a light one there. Looks like I chose dark for the photo mats. I really don't remember which way I was going. I was kind of, yeah, it's dark. Dark for the photo mats. So if I will make sure to note that below. And let's put that right there. Okay. I like that. And then we've got some extra leaves over here, so maybe we can add some more. That one's light. And it needs a dark because that's got a dark by it. Let's put that there. Let's find a dark one. Oh, my fingers are so big in comparison to this little guy. I need him out a little more. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, I want one a little closer right there too. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now I need to get some thread. Do I want to go with, I still have this one out. I do like that one. What would that look like? It's just such a hot mess, isn't it? I think that would look good. And I also don't know what I have in my buckets. I'd have to just start digging. Let's grab a needle, because this is one I will not try without a needle. And see if we can get it to go through. I don't know if this was the needle I was using the other day. That one is definitely not one I was using the other day. One with a big eye for my large twine. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'm going to sew, but first I'm going to poke through on both sides so that I can just go right back through. Okay. And then I'm going to flip the layout over and just kind of, oops, tie this in a knot. This will do two things. It'll secure that button and it'll show you some, hopefully some really cool thread through there. And it won't really take up much space on the back, which is also nice. So let's see. Oh, I think I need a couple things of it through there. I was just afraid it was going to leave if I did anything. So let's see here. See what that looks like. Well, maybe one more. Okay. So it looks like 3 times through looks the best. It gives it the best. Okay. So there I got those, a kind of a grayish green button. I got those from, oh, I want to say Crystal's sale, because when she passed away, it was the same lady that I've talked about before. They had a big sale for her mom who had Alzheimer's or dementia. I think it was Alzheimer's. And so I ended up getting a lot of stuff. It was pretty awesome. I also had this out, but I just don't think, yeah, I think it's just asking for stuff. I don't think it needed it. Let me put these little buttons away before they're out on my desk. Love this little container. This has been one of the best things I have ever found. It's on Amazon. I got the idea from another close to my heart rep who did a video, and I cannot remember her name, but I will, let's say it's like Miss Christie or something like that. I'll notate it below so you can actually watch that video of her organization. But these are great, and it holds quite a bit of my little supplies and separates them out. But I love this. It's been really handy for me to stay organized. So we've got a whole lot of happy here. We've got some flowers. Everything is flat except for this piece and these flowers over here. So I kept them kind of flat over here. And I wonder, yeah, I kind of like that. I like just having that popped. And I like these over here. And this, of course, just was there because it needed to cover up that little spot where I had cut the paper. Well, I hadn't intentionally cut it wrong way because it was a scrap. It was going the wrong way. And so I had to improvise. But that's what we do, right? We improvise when we've got something going on. But I think this turned out really cute. And I will even link the Christmas layout in the bottom down there so that you guys can see where I got this idea, because I want to, credit this person because I scrap lifted it. But like I said, I kept following the links, and a bunch of times my computer wouldn't let me go there. And then I just couldn't like find a person that had done this. I just found the only link on Pinterest, and even Google sent me back to Pinterest, and it was the same kind of circular looking for somebody. So I give up. But I will put the link below if you're better, have a better chance at it than I do, or if you do better at that than I do. Goodness, let me know so I can give credit where credit's due, because it is a really fun layout, and I think it works great for scraps. I mean, if you're using a T-square, it kind of is a headache if you're not. So definitely use a pencil and a T-square on this layout, okay? Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come play today. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe if you would love to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. I always appreciate those, and I try to get back as soon as possible on those. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.